Hi, what's up, y'all? It's Poppin' with Cracking It's D. About to react to this vid is titled Good Samaritan Saves Baby. Not gives baby. Saves baby from mom trying to sell her. What? Trying to sell your baby is crazy. I just can't imagine. Must be a crackhead. Let's watch.
She said, if you give me $500 right now, you can have. I said, have what? She said, have her. And she put her down in the leaves. What?
In the leaves?
No, I would never sell my child. And she said, no, I don't need help. I just don't want the bastard. My child is my life. I never, ever hurt my baby. And I'm like, is she crazy?
In March 2024, a woman walks into a police station with an 18-month-old girl and a shocking claim the child's mother tried to sell her own baby, and when that didn't work, abandoned her entirely. But what sounds like an open and shut
Because I was
case
like, wait, how'd she get the baby? Did she pay? But no, she just abandoned the baby.
Takes a twisted turn when the mother accuses the woman of orchestrating a plot to steal her baby. The following report is based on official police records, and most of the footage has never been seen before until now.
Ooh.
On the afternoon of March 5th, 2024, a woman comes into the Palaca, Florida Police Department with an 18-month-old baby on her shoulder and an extraordinary story.
To bring her some clothes, diapers over, but we didn't. I was gonna wipe her off, but we didn't want to wipe her off because she had to take pictures of her because she's okay. Don't cry, sweet. Because she's not deserved it.
No, in there, not gonna sit with you.
Oh, I'll come sit with you.
All right. So much fun.
I called DCF to John, and he's gonna be calling me back.
Thank you so much for doing this. I know that this is way outside of what
I'm a mom first.
I understand.
The woman is an employee at H&R Block, and she says she was getting ready to close last night when a client named Jessica came in with her baby daughter.
Both of them had no shoes on. Her and Jessica walked in, and she asked me could I give her a new Emerald card because her taxes had dropped, and she left it somewhere or something happened with it. So I got ready to put her stuff in, and I noticed the baby had took her diaper off. And she was like pointing at her private, like it was irritating her or something. So I was like, oh, maybe it's the diaper, you know, kids get irritated or whatever. And she was like, she's not going to do that because I only have one diaper for her. So she put the diaper back on her. And it wouldn't, you know how the sticky side of the diaper, it wouldn't stick no more. So she like, here. And it was like, you just stupid, you shouldn't be there. And I was like, what? So I called the police.
She says she waited until police arrived and then went home for the night, unaware that her involvement with this woman was far from over.
This morning I came 7 a.m. The mom, Jessica, was laying on the AC unit. And she was in a Dollar General's buggy. And it was drizzling. She was asleep and the baby was in there hollering. Well, I said, do you need help? Like, do you need me to call these people so they can help you? And she said, no, don't worry about it. And she snatched her daughter out the top part and slammed her in the bottom part.
The woman says that Jessica left at that point. Not long after, someone at a nearby restaurant calls the police to complain about a woman and her baby walking around asking for food. The responding officer finds Jessica inside, annoyed that someone reported her.
Because they were worried about the baby.
Because she's throwing a tantrum.
No, well, more they wanted to make sure the baby was okay and that you were okay.
Fine, I'm trying to find emergency housing.
So what's the situation? What are you going through right now?
I'm going through a lot.
Like as far as housing, why are you looking for emergency housing?
Because she's home.
Because I had a boyfriend who used to beat the out of me and I don't want it around my kid. If you can please help me in any way.
Well, okay, so I've got our victim's advocate coming out. She's gonna bring some stuff for the baby.
Where?
She'll be coming over here.
You know, just because the baby cries doesn't mean that they're in trouble. I'm sure you have kids.
I do. I have a son and a stepdaughter.
I can't even believe this. Is that rescue for my child?
No, they're going to a different call.
The victim's advocate arrives with her assistance, but Jessica is wary of their motives.
Because you know you're in the wrong,
Y'all
bitch.
making me feel great.
Oh, no,
This is the victim's advocate.
She knows she guilty.
No, y'all really making me feel great. I got for y'all.
no, we have a bunch of stuff for you and the baby.
Jessica settles enough to accept the help these women have brought for her, but she doesn't let her guard down entirely.
It's just right now, I'm needing a place to stay. She thinks y'all probably trying to take her away from her. No, we're not taking her away from mom.
But Jessica does wind up separated from her daughter, and according to the woman at the
As she
police
should.
station, it happened later that day.
She came back to our job. At this point, she's yelling at the customers in there to give her money. I said, ma'am, you gotta leave. Like, you have to leave now. She said, oh, I'm not leaving. And then she took her in the bathroom. When she left out of there, I called the police. And she literally pushed this buggy in the road and laughed at him. And then hurried up and grabbed it. And I'm like, is she crazy?
She says that although she gave the officer details about Jessica's behavior, she was told that it would come down to her word against the mother's, but it wouldn't be long before Jessica would return yet again, and this time she would come with a shocking offer.
She came back. I see her walking back towards our job. And she said, come here, because I trust you, come here. So I'm like, oh my God. I asked two of my coworkers to walk out with me because I don't know what's in somebody's mind. And as I walked over there, she said, if you give me $500 right now, you can have it. I said, have what? She said, have her. And she put her down in the leaves. And I said,
That is crazy.
are you serious? At this time, the baby got up and she was getting ready to walk in the road. And I grabbed the baby and I picked her up and I said, I'm not giving you no money. She said, well, just have her because it's just too much for me.
The woman's account nearly defies belief, but when the police speak to Jessica a couple of days later, they hear a story that could turn the entire case upside down.
No, I saw what I saw on the police cam. Okay, she looked crazy as hell. But now that she took a shower and got some clothes on, now she's trying to act a bit more normal. No, you was looking crazy. That sounded like something you would say based on the past footage we saw.
All my taxes that H&R clock. While I was there, one of the members of my church filed my taxes for me.
I think she was high
She asked
before.
me if she could keep my daughter overnight. She said she wanted to buy her some clothes. She know I just got out of abusive marriage, and I'm trying to
I
get
know
back
it's a
on my
marriage.
feet.
She's had boyfriend before.
Monday or Tuesday?
No, she's only been gone for 2 days. Only 2 days.
Okay. Well, today's Thursday, so I would make it, what, Tuesday? Tuesday night, you tell me like approximately what time? 7 o'clock?
Yeah.
7 p.m.?
Yeah, 7 p.m.
Okay.
Jessica says that although she was reluctant at first, she ultimately agreed to hand her daughter over for the night.
I allowed her to take Gigi, and about an hour after that, I got a knock at the door from the police saying that I was banned from H&R. So I sent a text message, and I said, if you not produce my child, I'm going to call the police.
What's the worker that you go to church with? What's her name?
Her name's Crystal. She's a black girl with a pink hair.
Jessica paints herself as a caring mother who was tricked into giving up her baby, which is a
What?
far cry
That
from
don't
the
make
story
sense.
police heard at the station.
Why would she go to the
I said,
police if she wants to steal your baby? That don't make
Again,
sense.
I'm asking you, do you need help? And she said, no, I don't need help. I just don't want the bastard. And I said, okay. And I got the baby. I was crying. I walked across the streets and I tried to wake her up. And I put her in my car
believe this
and I
lady.
told her she's going to be okay. This should not go on with the child.
You don't remember having a conversation about trying to sell Giovanni?
What?
Girl, your acting is terrible.
No. I would never sell my child.
Girl, bye.
No. I
Trash
can't even
acting.
believe that was even stated. My child is my life.
Not only is Jessica's story completely different, she tells the detectives that she knows exactly what's going on here.
To be honest with you, my sister, me and her have a very bad relationship. She has wanted my child. She's so lied
Sister.
to my entire family. I believe she sent Crystal to do that on
Girl.
purpose. Because
None of
she
this
laughed
makes sense.
yesterday
Bye, go
in
to
my
jail.
face and told me I was going to be in jail. So they set this up. Sounds petty, but it's true.
And then
Girl.
what would be the reasoning they would do that?
Same way that she wasn't. She's spiteful.
At the police station, the woman does express an interest in keeping the child, though it doesn't seem to come from a place of malice.
So would DCF let me take her home? Probably not, but I just don't want her to have to go through no system.
I'm just being honest with you. There might be a way, he might have to come out and look at your house, or he might, so we'll figure something out.
But as far as Jessica's concerned, there's no reason why her daughter can't be with her.
Cause you're a
I
crackhead.
don't
It's
deserve to be in
unstable.
jail for this. I never, ever hurt my baby.
If you see her again, she hit her. It's right here.
Yeah,
You can see it.
yeah.
She elbowed her last night.
So that was from last night?
Oh, you can see it good now. It's swole all right here. The bruise. She got dirt all in her nose.
I'm an RN. I can't lose my child on my license.
Girl.
Jessica was a licensed practical nurse, but her license was put on probationary status a year prior when she
Okay, that
failed to
makes
notify the Board of Nursing that she pled no contest to a disorderly conduct charge. But the detectives are only concerned about Jessica's current story, which seems to have a couple of significant problems.
That's a
I
lot.
allowed her to take Gigi, and about an hour after that, I got a knock at the door from the police saying that I was banned from H&R.
Jessica's stated timeline would put this at approximately 8 p.m. However, the detectives know that she was banned from H&R Block at 11:30 in the morning.
She asked me if she could keep my daughter overnight.
I would make it, what, Tuesday night? Tuesday night?
Yeah.
Jessica says that Crystal took custody of the baby on Tuesday night, which would have been impossible given that the baby was sitting in the police department on Tuesday afternoon.
Okay, and what's this worker that you go to church with? What's her name?
Her name's
You
Crystal.
already know she lying.
But there's no one at H&R Block by the name of Crystal. The woman who brought her baby to the police station is named Anita, and she says that she only knows Jessica as a client.
Are y'all gonna let me go?
Now her making up a name.
No, man, no, there is a warrant for your arrest.
I'm saying, but like,
I mean, you are under arrest.
In February 2025, Jessica Woods pled no contest to her charges and was convicted of 6 crimes against her child,
Good.
including
Bitch.
unlawful desertion and illegally placing a child for adoption. She was sentenced to 4 years in prison and
Good.
10 years of probation. According to the
Good.
Pulaski Police Department, her daughter has been placed in foster care.
Oh my goodness, this was terrible. And not her trying to clean herself up and come with a new story. Like, girl, we saw you on the body cam looking cracked out and looking crazy and talking crazy. But now you like, what you talking about? I'm a good mom. I would never do that. Girl, her story didn't make no damn sense. I'm glad they saw through it and she got charged. That's what she deserved. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Let me know what other videos you want to watch and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.